Kimaqona ngwao bana bangwao ipila.
Greetings, friends. As promised last time, we talked about the importance of this show, of this channel, which is Discover the Future of Africa. So basically, this channel is founded on the principles of respecting the diverse talent and to empower, to connect and network the diverse talent Africa has from Cape to Cairo, all countries in Africa, Anglophone, Francophone countries. So you'd see that it's a program which will be looking on men and various opportunities which always bring these talents, to fore for them to be recognized and also to showcase the works they are doing in their communities. So we are not focusing only about the Mandela Washington Fellowship. There are many other opportunities in other fellowships and other scholarships we will be looking at and also bringing fellows and scholars on this platform, on this channel, so that you can interact and you can also learn what they are doing in their communities. But as promised, today we're going to be talking about the Mandela Washington Fellowship 2024. So the application opened on 15 August and it is going to close on 12 September. So there is a window period for each and every one of us to apply. So I've been following through a lot of the webinars, a lot of the coaching sessions are happening around the Mandela Washington Fellowship 2024. I'm taking a unique approach, like bit different approach from what I've been witnessing from those other engagement, because this is a long journey from application and through acceptance, going to the US, everything. So at this stage, I don't see the reason, like for me to tell you about like the whole journey as it is. But what I feel is important right now is to focus on the application process itself. As we have said, and I've emphasized on this, that you must subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button so that you don't miss any of our episodes. This will help you now. In case you are selected to the same finalist stage, we'll be giving an update about that. We can't do it now. Now we want to focus on application. In case you have went through the same finalist stage and you have been invited maybe for interviews and maybe for the following procedure, following step, we'll be taking you step by step until you come here to the United States, where I'm broadcasting live this channel right now. But what we are trying to establish here is a point that I think we must not major on the minor. So today we're gonna be speaking and talking about the application process itself, which we said it is open. So maybe the first question will be on the eligibility of who should apply. So the first thing is you are an African, young African from the age of 25 to 35. Yes, you can apply if you are between that range. Of course, there are some exceptional cases of those who are 22 years to 24 years, between 22 and 25 years. But basically, for the majority of the people and for the majority of the applicants, it must be between the age of 25 to 35 years old. That is being young, youthful Africans. So this is the opportunity. So basically, the Mandela Washington Fellowship is one of the prestigious, competitive, and you know what? It is merit-based fellowship where you're gonna be on board only if you exhibit leadership skills, strong ability to communicate, strong ability to lead. And there is a demonstration of that leadership already. We are doing something which you want to develop. Maybe you need some sort of skills. So this will be the right opportunity, because the Mandela Washington Fellowship will bring you from your African country, from your community, bring you to the United States, where you'll be 6 weeks at a leadership institute where you go through different academic sessions, cultural exchange programs, in trying to make sure that your idea is shared, discussed, is sharpened, and also is like you are now closer to your vision. They try their best, trust me. And also there is a 1-week summit which will be in Washington, D.C. at the end of the 6 weeks, which will be your 7th week in the United States. That summit is a huge platform. It will connect you to men and various U.S. leaders in the public service, in the civic society space, and from everywhere, all walks of life. You're going to be meeting them. But during your stay in the United States, there are many connections, many networks where you change your life. So you must be prepared for that. These are the advantages. Fulfill your dream as a leader, as a business leader, as a civic society leader, as a community leader. They will make that dream, vision, and mission you have for your organization or your company to come to fruition. If you're gonna be flexible enough to take each and every moment seriously and connect, because they are right people to connect with. Many professors, many community leaders, people in your business related areas who are doing great already. They'll tell you the skills, how they manage to do this. So here, this is what the fellowship offers you. And you must also be eligible to a J1 visa. You can go online, US embassies around your areas, around your countries, and try to get more information about J1 visa. But one thing I can tell you is that J1 visa will not allow you to work in the United States. And you must go back, be ready to go back to your country of origin after the fellowship. And according to the J1 visa condition, you must be back home for 2 years. Then you come back to the US in another US government funded program. But if you are going to come back as a tourist after the fellowship, self-sponsored, or maybe it is something which is not US government sponsored, yeah, you're going to come. There's no worries around that. So basically, these are the eligibility requirements which I have just told you now. So we want to go straight to the issue of applying. So I've told you that for you to apply for this, you must have a demonstrated experience as a leader in whatever you are doing, which shows leadership. Last year, which is this year. I'm saying last year because 2023 applications were done in 2022. Like right now, the application and the reason for this episode is to prepare someone to be a 2024 Mandela Washington Fellow. But we are in 2023. So when I say last year, I'm just trying to say 50,000 people around, more than 50,000 people around Africa applied for this opportunity. But only 700 people were selected. This is competitive. This is merit-based opportunity. You are not going to just say, I want to apply because I've seen it and I'll be part of this fellowship without doing something which is tangible. No, it can't. So maybe you are into bee farming. Maybe you are into a certain business like e-shopping. You are running a media company, media business like myself. Maybe you're into climate change. You are into environmental management and sustainability issues. You are into renewable energy. You are into uh, poetry. You are into politics. You are into tourism. You are into farming. All these things. You are into tech. So the idea you are going to pitch or you are going to submit in application must be original. It must be your idea. You must know that plagiarism itself, it is an offense according to the U.S. federal laws, international laws, not plagiarism. So basically, you must not even try. Don't even try to visit Mr. Google, to go online and try to come up with an idea. Try to use the artificial intelligence tools just to come up with an idea, and you think you pass through this process and you'll be selected a fellow. No, it doesn't work like that. You must be yourself. Your idea must reflect the work you are already doing. It must be you. What are you doing in your community? How is your work affecting the community? For example, those into civic engagement space, how is your work affecting the community? How are they benefiting? How are you solving the challenges? Because the idea behind the Mandela Washington Fellowship, when it was launched by President Obama in 2014, the idea was Africa is facing a lot of problems. And sometimes it gets assistance, humanitarian aid from outside the continent. Let us try to see what best can help the continent. And it was discovered that there is a lot of talent. Many young people, the future of the continent is in young people. So these young people, 700 of them, they are selected to come over to the US and they are exposed to these opportunities, to these networks, so that they go back home to continue the work they were already doing. But now they've magnified, because of the new knowledge, skills, new strategies, and new connections, there will be a lot of impact. So in a foreseeable future, it is now the role and the duty, the responsibility of the young African leaders, leader in business, leader in civic society, leader in politics, leader in agriculture, leader in every sector, to make sure that the challenges faced by the continent right now, they are done. They've been erased by our work. So imagine you go to Google, try to copy an idea, paste it on the application form. You are doing a disservice to yourself. So whatever you are doing, for me, when I was applying, I knew about my company, the Vesana mail. I knew about it. Even if I'm asleep, I can tell you A to Z what I've achieved, where I've come from, where I am, and where I want to be in the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So it's just a matter of taking my laptop, then starting to write up my idea and apply. It can be the same to you, whatever you are doing, you think it is changing lives. If it's about business, can you imagine? We are talking of the free trade area in Africa. How can you connect it? So this will be another good opportunity, because it is not only about meeting and networking with the US citizens and leaders, but imagine 700 intelligent young African leaders from all the 54 countries of Africa. And guess what? You can't tell me that you can't have a dozen who are into your field. So there will be like the connection of these brains, which can also expand your business beyond your borders. So this is an exciting opportunity for everyone, regardless of the sector, regardless of the area of your focus area. So you need to have the original idea. You must avoid plagiarism. So what I encourage people to do is there are many essays you must answer. Some, I think, 250 ways, 150 ways. They'll be asking you various things. But I encourage you to copy the questions. Then those questions, you paste them on a Google Doc. Then you try to answer those questions offline. Because when you do that, like today, then you say, maybe I'm going to give myself 1 week to deal with this question, which will be my first draft. So it will give you time to see, to go through and through and through your responses as you reread the question. Also, that will be very helpful for you. And also, you must use good English because despite that you speak French or Spanish or Portuguese speaking countries in Africa, but here in the United States, the language will be English. So I think it is one of those requirements that we are able to communicate in English, something like that. And this opportunity is not limited to say, maybe I'm disabled. No, the Mandela Washington Fellowship is open for all. Here we've got people in wheelchairs, the disabled, the blind. They are here. They were part of this. As long you can speak, as long you can hear, you will be part of. I think I've underlined that. As long you can hear, as long you can speak, you'll be part of this, because it will help you for you to understand the instruction, be it during the academic session, the interaction, and the networking going on like that. And the US government and the institutes, the universities you'll be placed in, they have, flare-friendly facilities that even if you are disabled in these areas I've just cited, you not even feel out of place or feel, left behind. The transport, the infrastructure, everything caters for everyone and for everything without any assistance. Like, most of the African countries, we struggle in those areas. So be comfortable to apply and do not lose sleep trying to say, oh, I'm blind, what shall I do? Oh, I have a wheelchair, what shall I do? Everything is there for you this side. So when you put your work, start it offline, revisit it once in a while. Basically, I encourage you for you to answer all the questions within a week so that you have more time. If you are going to find a coach, let that person just help you, maybe read through your application to try to see, okay, yeah, you can say you can put it this way and that way. So this person is actually, like an editor in a newsroom, just trying to say the story is yours and it's original. So this person is just like, coaching you how to put things in the right way. Maybe some people, they're like people like me who are alumni of the same fellowship. We know from our experience of application. Maybe it's someone who just, have the knowledge of how to do the application. So they'll be just like a panel beating, like how to put things well, not really, giving you their ideas that won't be acceptable. We do not, the process itself do not allow plagiarism. I continue emphasizing on this because in the digital age, in this era where people are just copying and pasting, we want to avoid such. If you don't have potential, if you are not a leader, this is not for you. This fellowship is for leaders, because even when you go and proceed forward, this is a long journey. This is a long process. From this day you are starting your application until the day you land in the US and until your graduation at the university and to the summit, I tell you, ask any one of the fellows, they will tell you that it's a long process. So you better be the real you, the original you, to pull through this whole journey. So basically, some may ask that, oh, I don't have a passport. Can I apply for this opportunity? Okay. So I believe that acquiring a passport is not something which might need, like 2, 3 months, 4 months for you. So right now, maybe you don't have the passport. Go ahead and apply, because we believe that as you apply this for this fellowship, you can also start applying for your passport. It works. By the time you be accepted and so forth, your passport is now in order. So there's nothing which is going to hinder you right now. You proceed with what is upon your heart, which is to apply for this fellowship. So uh, things which I think are very important, which you need to know. These are the things which I've just talked about. So the first thing for you to have this question, the application, to accept the application form, you need to open a new account. So if you are someone who have been applying for these past years and you have been failing to secure a slot in the fellowship, you're starting afresh. You are not continuing with the older account and so forth. You are starting afresh. So it's just, starting afresh, opening a new account. Use the email which you frequently use. Don't try to make up things. Start to open the new emails that you'll have forgotten the password in the next 2, 3 days. No, don't be that smart. Just be yourself. You have an email you have been using for all these years. So that is the same email you just put there, because there will be many updates about, like, there will be not as many like the people who have been accepted at the final stages, but at least there will be some updates, like, for you to know the outcome of this application, something of that sort. So the email you always use and check will be very helpful. So you save, because there's option to save your progress. So that's why I said you can open a new account, then you can answer things which you know already. Maybe it's about your gender, your age, your names, all these things. We are like basic personal details. You just put them there, then you save and exit. Then everything which is important, which we think maybe is about your personal experiences, it's about your professional experiences. When you talk of professional experiences, they are asking you about your work, the work you have created or you have co-created. How did you create that work, the work you are doing, or your organization or your company? What made you to come up with that idea? What do you want to address? And so far, what is the impact you have made in the communities you are serving? Be it in the business side, same in the civic engagement side, same in the public service side. What is the impact you have made through this idea? And how do you see this idea in the future, helping the nation, helping the people, changing lives? These are the most important things which must answer your professional experience. So you must relate your vision, your mission, your goals, objectives, your anticipation, challenges, and opportunities. Then on your personal experience, you know yourself and your personal and academic experiences. It's something along those lines. You express yourself. Who are you? Why do you think you're a leader? You can cite some example. So this is now, when you answer these questions, sometimes you see the importance of voluntarism. Some of us We have volunteered many times, indirectly and directly, and at some point, but the basic line, but the bottom line is we volunteered at some point in life, and it has helped us also in this application, because it is one of those beliefs that as a leader, at one point, you volunteer your time, you volunteer your skills, you volunteer your expertise, like exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm volunteering with this information. So if you have volunteered at one time or the other, it will be now hand to you to use in your application. So I believe that today I just wanted to make up your mind, prepare your mind, and for you to start at least doing something. Because I know that there will be other questions which will come up, like when you start the application process, that, oh, but Calvin didn't, explain much into detail about these things in the application process. Yes, exactly. I didn't explain much, but there will be a part two for this application, which will be coming in the next 4 or 5 days. Because now I just want you to set up your account and start what I've just told you. And if there are any struggle, which I know myself, those are the things I will be answering in the next 3 or 4 days. So right now, get a start your application. Remember to subscribe and turn on the notification button, because that is the way you get updated that there is a new episode. So I'll be taking you stage by stage. For now, in other episodes, remember to share, to like. Thank you. Good day.
Kimako nangwao